It was supposed to be the perfect ending to a decades-long career. After years of dedication and loyalty, an employee was finally just months away from retirement. But everything changed in an instant. A sudden decision by a CEO with a troubling reputation left this hard-working individual jobless and heartbroken. The reason? It wasn't about performance, and it wasn't about business. What happened was far more shocking. This story isn't just about losing a job. It's about resilience, justice, and the power of a community coming together. As the dust settled, what unfolded next revealed the true strength of the human spirit. Stay tuned, because this journey will move you, inspire you, and leave you questioning how far we've truly come, and how much farther we still have to go. What happened to this employee will bring tears to your eyes, but it might also bring hope to your heart. For more than 30 years, this employee had shown up every day, giving their best to a company they believed in. They weren't just a worker, they were a mentor, a friend, and someone everyone could count on. Their colleagues admired their dedication, and many looked up to them as a role model. Retirement was just around the corner, and plans for a peaceful, well-deserved future were already taking shape. But things at the company had started to change. A new CEO had taken over, a figure known for their cold demeanor and questionable decisions. Whispers began spreading among employees about favoritism and a pattern of unfair treatment. Still, no one expected what came next. Without warning, this loyal employee was called into a meeting. The news delivered was crushing. Why would someone with such an impeccable record be targeted? And how would this decision ripple through their life? The news hit like a thunderbolt. The employee sat in stunned silence as the CEO delivered the decision. There was no heartfelt thank you for years of service, no acknowledgement of sacrifices made. The explanation given was vague, almost rehearsed, but the undertone was unmistakable. Colleagues were shocked as whispers turned into murmurs of disbelief. How could someone who had built their entire career at the company be dismissed so close to retirement? Behind closed doors, some employees began to piece things together. Stories of similar treatment toward others began to surface, most involving employees from similar backgrounds. It wasn't just about one person. This was a pattern, a troubling reflection of deeper issues within the organization. Meanwhile, the employee was left to pick up the pieces. As they struggled to process the betrayal, the community rallied around them, determined to uncover the truth. What they discovered would change everything. As the days went by, the weight of the situation grew heavier. The employee, once a source of inspiration, now faced uncertainty and a wave of emotions, anger, sadness, and a deep sense of injustice. Yet, even in their darkest moments, there was a flicker of hope. Friends and colleagues began to speak out, sharing their own stories and offering support. Quiet conversations turned into a collective voice, one that refused to let the truth remain hidden. The employee's family, devastated but determined, started to dig deeper. Old emails, performance reviews, and glowing recommendations painted a clear picture of a career built on excellence. There was no logical explanation for the sudden termination, at least none that could be justified. Meanwhile, whispers of the CEO's questionable actions began to reach the ears of those outside the company. The tension mounted, and it was clear that something big was about to break. Just when it seemed the situation couldn't get more complicated, an unexpected discovery changed everything. While reviewing documents and reaching out to old colleagues, the employee's family uncovered a shocking pattern buried within the company's history. They weren't alone. Other longtime employees who had quietly left under suspicious circumstances began to step forward. Each story was eerily similar, weaving a troubling narrative that suggested something far bigger was at play. At the same time, the employee's case started to gain attention outside the workplace. A local journalist caught wind of the story and began investigating, digging into the CEO's past decisions and the culture of the company. The findings were damning. The journalist's persistence unearthed details that pointed to not just unfair treatment, but a deliberate attempt to target certain individuals. As the evidence mounted, the CEO's polished facade began to crack. The stage was now set for a confrontation that no one could ignore. The day of reckoning arrived. With mounting evidence and growing public interest, the company was forced to address the accusations. A formal investigation was launched, and the employee's story became the catalyst for uncovering years of unethical practices. As the spotlight turned on the CEO, their confidence faltered. Former employees shared their experiences, painting a damning picture of favoritism, discrimination, and unchecked power. The company's board, desperate to salvage its reputation, took swift action. But just as justice seemed within reach, an unexpected twist changed everything. During the investigation, the employee discovered a hidden clause in their original contract. It revealed that any termination without cause near retirement triggered a significant payout, something the CEO had either missed or ignored. Not only was the employee vindicated, but they also walked away with compensation far beyond what retirement alone would have offered. The CEO resigned in disgrace, but the story didn't end there. Empowered by the employee's courage, others began demanding accountability in their workplaces, proving that even in the face of injustice, resilience and truth could spark real change. With the truth exposed and justice served, the employee could finally breathe a sigh of relief. Though the journey had been painful, they emerged stronger, their story inspiring countless others to stand up against workplace injustices. The community that had rallied around them felt a deep sense of pride, knowing their voices had made a difference. The employee used their well-deserved payout to start a new chapter, focusing on family, hobbies, and giving back. They became an advocate for fair treatment in the workplace, sharing their experience to help others navigate similar challenges. The company, now under new leadership, implemented changes to rebuild trust and ensure such actions would never happen again. This story wasn't just about a wrongful termination. It became a testament to resilience, truth, and the power of standing together. It reminded everyone watching that even in the darkest moments, justice and hope can prevail.